Hi, I'm Faith, and I'm here to share the timeless wisdom of the Bhagavad-Gita, one of the most profound spiritual conversations ever spoken. In these verses, Lord Krishna calls us to rise above confusion, to awaken our hearts, and to remember who we truly are. Together, we'll explore its teachings and discover how to elevate our consciousness, to live with clarity, purpose, and divine love. So, if you're ready to walk the path of truth and transformation, let's begin. The Bhagavad-Gita is one of the most revered scriptures in the world, a timeless conversation between Lord Krishna and the warrior Arjuna, set on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. It is a work of both deep philosophy and practical guidance, offering answers to the most fundamental questions of life. Who am I? Why am I here? What is my duty? And what is the ultimate purpose of existence? That the Gita is far more than an ancient text. It is the direct word of God himself. Krishna is not an ordinary man, not a saint, not merely a prophet. He is the supreme personality of Godhead, the source of all creation, the controller of both the spiritual and material worlds. When we hear the Gita, we are hearing directly from the Supreme Lord. The scene opens in the Mahabharata's Great War. Two armies stand ready, the Pandavas and the Kauravas, armed with weapons and pride. Arjuna, the greatest warrior of the Pandavas, is prepared to fight, until he sees his relatives, his teachers, and his friends on both sides. He is overcome with sorrow and doubt. This moment of crisis becomes the stage for one of the greatest revelations in human history. Krishna, who is acting as Arjuna's charioteer, reveals truths that go far beyond the battlefield, truths about the soul, about God, and about the path to liberation. In the introduction to Bhagavad-Gita as it is, Srila Prabhupada reminds us that this conversation is eternal. It was spoken 5,000 years ago, but it applies to every person in every age. Because Krishna is God, his words are absolute truth, free from the limitations of time, culture, or personal opinion. The Gita's central message is that we are not these bodies, we are eternal spirit souls, parts and parcels of Krishna. Just as a spark comes from fire and shares its nature, we come from Krishna and share his spiritual quality. But unlike Krishna, we are tiny and dependent. He is infinite and self-sufficient. All yoga paths, karma yoga, the yoga of action, jnana yoga, the yoga of knowledge, dhyana yoga, the yoga of meditation, ultimately find perfection in bhakti yoga, the yoga of devotion. Devotion means surrendering our mind, body, and actions to Krishna, serving him with love, and remembering him in all circumstances. Krishna himself declares, "I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me." This is the foundation of the Gita. Without understanding Krishna as the supreme personality of Godhead, the Gita's message is incomplete. The introduction warns that misinterpretations of the Gita often arise when people strip away Krishna's divinity, treating him as a symbol or a teacher equal to others. But Krishna says plainly, "There is no truth superior to me." Denying his position is like reading a letter and ignoring who it came from. You lose the meaning. The Gita teaches that our suffering comes from forgetting Krishna and identifying with the material body. This forgetfulness keeps us trapped in samsara, the endless cycle of birth and death. Krishna's mission is to awaken our original consciousness and bring us back to him. His most important instruction comes at the very end of the Gita. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I will deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. This surrender is not weakness. It is the highest expression of spiritual strength. Arjuna's confusion mirrors our own. We all face moments where duty clashes with emotion, where the right path is unclear. By turning to Krishna, we can see clearly and act without hesitation. By the end of the Gita, Arjuna says, "My illusion is gone. I am firm and free from doubt. I will act according to your word." The battlefield is symbolic of life itself, a place of struggle, choices, and consequences. Krishna's message is not to run from the world, but to engage in it with the right consciousness. Act for God, not for selfish gain. True yoga, the Gita teaches, is connecting with Krishna, the Supreme Consciousness. This connection purifies the heart, frees us from the three modes of material nature, and allows us to live in the world without being bound by it. The introduction makes it clear. The Bhagavad-Gita is not a book to be interpreted according to fashion or opinion. It is the science of God, spoken by God, meant to be received without distortion. When we approach it with faith, humility, and the understanding that Krishna is God, its meaning becomes clear and its power becomes real. By hearing from Krishna as Arjuna did, we too can remove our doubts, rise above material confusion, and live our true nature, eternal servants of the Supreme Lord. This is the call of the Gita's introduction. It is not just a story, not just poetry, not just philosophy. It is God's personal invitation. Come back to me. If you would like to hear more on the Bhagavad Gita, like and comment below which topic you would like to know more about. I look forward to continuing our journey to Krishna consciousness.